So you are working over there with Leo, and it's an Alexander exercise. The bike is utilitarian, and we move in the direction of the focus of our intention. I mean, that's a term that I came up with a long time ago, but it's actually true. You tend to move in the direction of the focus of your intention. And the focus of your intention usually is out there somewhere, with a person or an event or a thing. What happens if you move from where you are? And where you are is perceived kinesthetically. And so you do want to heighten your kinesthetic sense of perception. And a great deal of that kinesthetic sense of perception is coming from the kinesthetic cues at the base of your skull, deep in your neck, suboccipital muscles.
Is there any difference between moving from where you are and let there be here and here be there?
No, I think it's the same thing.
I think so
Well,
too.
I mean, depending on how you use it. If you let there be here, this is where you're having your experience. That's why I say it. We move out there as if that's where we're having our experience. It's like that. If I'm a tight end and I'm going to go running, I go out here and then I cut across here to catch a pass. I know where I'm going, but my experience of where I'm going is happening within me as I'm moving. So you let there, which is way over here, after I go here first, be here where you're having your experience. And if I said that to a tight end, I think they would get it.
Yeah.
Well, I did that, and I worked with the Rotterdam soccer team, one of my famous times. Cold, I've never been so cold in my life. They all were, running around, but I just had on a regular coat, and it's by the ocean in Rotterdam. It was so cold. And I said, I can only work with two of you, because there are too many of you. And I'm out there with our coach, and I had them kick the ball. And then I brought them back, the first of the two guys. And I simply said, I want you to think of kicking the ball, okay? When he thinks of kicking the ball, he uses himself in the way he's accustomed to doing it. And I tweak it by changing his use. I say, now kick the ball. And it went way the hell down there. And he looked at it. He says, I don't want anything to do with this. I can't do that. I just did what I can't do. I don't want to do it.
What?
Exactly what he said.
Professional soccer player.
Yeah.
Why didn't you want to do it?
Scared the bejesus. He did something he could never do. No, that's what he did.
No, I believe it, but it's like he's not somebody who
Well,
wants.
think about it. I mean, all I can do at that moment is go, well, let me finish. And then I brought the other guy up. And I did the same thing with him. And he went out there. He said, this is great. This is what I want to be able to do.
Ah.
Well, you're in the personal narrative.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's exactly where you are.
Right.
And so you have to, I would have to, he didn't want to work with me.
But he's also. I mean, it's amazing that he would tell you that because.
I think he was just honest at that moment.
Yeah, but he's also condemning himself to not being
Great.
part of that team anymore.
Not necessarily.
Well,
No,
you're not
think
going to be.
that-
You're not going to be the one that they call on
That's right.
in a crisis or in a pressure moment.
Well, I'll never see him again. I mean, there was a one-shot deal, but it was a really interesting. I haven't told that story in a long time, but I mean, I learn from everything I do. So do you. I learn from most things you do. But when you have something like that, you go, oh boy, personal narrative city.
Yeah.
I can't be beyond the good that I can tolerate.
Wow.
Because then I have to live up to it. Something in my childhood says you can never, I mean, who knows? Who knows? But it was an interesting moment. So,
Yeah.
and then the other guys, I want to do it again.
Hmm.
And the coaches sat there and just,
Yeah.
the champions of the world. They were close to it. And we sat around in the locker room and talked about the work, but I realized it was doing no good whatsoever. Tell them a couple of stories and all that, and try to explain a little bit of it. Where I said, let's go out on the field. The athlete needs, show me.
Mm-hmm.
Show me. Makes perfect sense. But it's the same thing when the rowing team that really loved the work, when they were defending the world championship, they were the world champions, and the USA was the world champion, and they were defending their team, the 1975, defending their title in Mexico. Okay, that's just defending your title. The Olympics are different. And that's why they said, we don't really want to work now, because we don't feel like we're working hard enough. And we don't feel like men. That's what they said. So, in 2 weeks before the Olympics, you're not going to change 27-year-old mind about the Olympics.